Welcome to Arkdesign.ai. Today we are in conversation with architects from SGA, the 2025 SARA National AI Award winning firm, about their winning design.
Sure. We are both at SGA. SGA has been established in 1991.
Yes.
It's a Boston-based office. The headquarters in Boston, and we have an office in New York as well. In practice areas, it covers a large practice, large amount of practice areas from life science, office, master planning, residential, a little bit of healthcare, education, mission critical, data set, battery storage, and those type of practice areas, master planning and entitlement. And we are very proud in terms of being very innovative in project delivery. Using and utilizing all the technologies, and being at forefront of using BIM in very complex projects, especially when it comes to designing labs. That is very heavy in terms of coordination and MEP aspects. To the point that the company has developed a proprietary system, which is called virtual design and construction, that brings the decision making early on board, and deliver projects in a way that it's modeled almost to the T, that whoever looks at the rendering, they know what exactly they're gonna get. A little bit of my history. I started practicing architecture here in the US since 2001. I've been in practice in different practice areas, from mixed use, large scale and master planning, to residential developments, almost all around the US, and a little bit overseas as well.
Share the similar thought that Reza has. I actually started my career as a urban planner and designer. So looking at the overall urban context, and looking at from the planning aspect, how to build a city, and then gradually get into the architectural world. So when designing a building or architectural projects, always have that bigger picture in mind. How do you work with the context, take advantage of the adjacent views, height, open space, public realm? How do we create something not just for the building itself or the users, but also how do you contribute that project to the surrounding neighborhood and context? So I love all these aspects for projects, and try to also take opportunities, making sure that every opportunity we optimize its potential for our client and for the society, for the city.
The site was divided between three different zones, three different zoning districts, and with a very prominent location with magnificent views, potential views for a condo. So we had to go through numerous studies to maximize the views, obviously, because that would be the selling point. And at the same time, we had to comply with all the zoning requirements, of course, and the attributed FAR with each one of the the districts, and that kind of informed the massing and how the shaped. So we were trying to stay on the creative side of the massing, and be cognizant about where the value lies, in terms of layouts, and how the massing of the building is going to shape, and the access through these streets, and try to solve that, solve the massing and the unit distribution, to maximize the marketability of these units, as very luxury condos.
And also to follow Reza's points, value creation for this project is extremely important. The client is marketing this as a super luxury condos, so very large units, optimizing the views, optimizing the great height for this building. That's why we propose a super tall tower, and also having the stepping down to create not just the massing gesture, but also the value for the residents who will move into these apartments.
There's more values in views because sometimes when you go above 20th floor, most of the views become almost the same. It becomes sort of flat. Most of the experience happen from almost like third to 20 that the views change. And we are trying to provide a lot of terracing at those levels where many of these views are going to have access to outdoor space where there's not that much of wind disturbance. At the same time, they enjoy outdoor space as terraces at their units.
We actually use this AI tool. It helps a lot to provide several options for us to choose from, but we determine the best option for the project. Again, it's to optimize the views, is to think about also the modules where we could potentially put living room, bedrooms in this building, and actually utilize the step down terraces for the view and outdoor space potentials. Zoning is a big challenge for the site. It actually sits in 3 different zoning districts on this site, so there are limited height and setbacks in each, and also maximum FAR in each specific zoning district. So we have to strategically make it one building, not 3 separate buildings, working under this zoning constraints. So as a result, we're pretty happy. It's a tower with a little bit step down, but if we have more time to develop it further, we believe we can make it even more integrated and better gesture for the project.
I should admit that it's a big time saver. And at the same time, comparing to other AI platforms, it still keeps the architect in the driver's seat. So, there's enough of flexibility for the architect to intervene. Because, sometimes, if you want to go to other platforms, it's going to be difficult to correct it, so to speak, because, it doesn't have that flexibility. So I think, this platform give, a balance of, the time-saving, aspects of design and, feasibility study. At the same time, it gives the flexibility, to interject, the architects or, the client's expectation, directly into the platform and get a result, very fast. And the fact that it almost eliminates most of the time-consuming process of crunching numbers and drawing all the demising walls one by one, and it provides the initial concept of unit blocking diagrams, and those aspects. Those are really helpful in the process of doing these feasibility studies, because the amount of time that is saved is amazing.
I agree. It's actually my first time using it for this project, and that for this particular project, having an access to this AI platform is really eye-opening for me. Seeing the user-friendly platform and very intuitive process for the architect to manage the design process, and also seeing the summary of the product being presented in a very quick and simple way. I like the design of this platform. That's definitely a good tool for architects too.
I have to add that, you did a great job to create an intuitive, user-friendly platform that, somebody with not necessarily deep knowledge of, drafting or, using, the software can get up and running in maybe like, 2-3 hours. That's really amazing. Architecture, unlike, visual art, is not something that, is going to be just a reflection of, what an architect likes. It is something that has to work with, the function and code and budget and time and the availability of, certain materials and those things. And the role of the architect is to be able to respond to all these aspects at the same time. And that is why that I think it makes it crucial to have a not just a design talent, but a talent of bringing people together.